quickly after announcing this deal, you said on the call it was a marriage made in heaven, which is quite a romantic analogy. Why do you describe it that way?
Well, Emily, you and I both live in San Francisco, and you know Salesforce Tower and Salesforce Park, and you know that the company that I look right out my window and my neighbor is Slack. And Stewart and I have had a great relationship for years, but the companies honestly have had a great relationship. In fact, so many of our former executives are there. They've done a great job. But this marriage of Slack and Salesforce together, well, you said it right. It's a marriage made in heaven. And we could not be more excited about this combination and how it transforms our customer 360 vision and lets our customers work from anywhere. It's just the most exciting thing I've been through.
Now, many people are looking at this as a defensive move against Microsoft. What's your response to that?
Well, you can see Salesforce has really never been stronger. We just delivered a phenomenal quarter, raised our guidance, $21.1 billion this year. We're going to do over $25.5 billion in revenue next year. Emily, it's the fastest growing enterprise software company ever of all time. Salesforce has never been stronger. And when we look at Slack, which is also a tremendously fast growing company, but has really a breakthrough technology, the idea that you can collaborate and have channels. And we've integrated our products already, but this idea that you can have this next generation work from anywhere environment, runs on my phone, runs on my iPad, amazing what is possible for me here.
So you're no stranger to deals, some 60 deals in your tenure at Salesforce. That said, the stock slipped when reports of this deal first broke, and there are folks who think this is just too expensive for a company that has less than $1 billion in revenue. What is your response to that?
It's a very common narrative. I've done, like you said, 60 deals, some of the largest deals ever done in the technology industry, including ExactTarget, which is a company we grew from a few $100 million to a couple billion. We've also have done an incredible transaction a couple years ago now with Tableau. Of course, it was the same narrative then, but now we can see a couple $1 billion in revenue and tremendous market share gains since we acquired the company. And again, the deep integration with our customers and our customer 360. And here we are again with Slack. It's our same playbook. We're just going to execute it. We know we have a lot of swagger. We have a good feeling and we know what to do. We're going to execute and deliver tremendous value to our global customers.
So like you said, you're always out there looking. I'm curious, how long have you been thinking about buying Slack? I mean, did you think about doing this before?
I didn't really think we were going to get any deals done this entire year. I mean, I'm at home. You've been at home. We're at this all digital work from anywhere environment. I've been just using Salesforce, Slack, Zoom. That's my life. And now everything I use every day is Salesforce, which is kind of amazing. And look, Emily, I was totally shocked when Stewart and Brett Taylor, who's our chief operating officer, have known each other for a long time. They were entrepreneurs together in different companies, said, hey, we can bring these two companies together. And they just showed me a vision that's so compelling. And our customers are going to just be so inspired by what they can do from productivity and the level of customer success. One of the things that's really happened this year is our customers badly need so many of our core products. That's why we've had such tremendous growth this year, especially, for example, in sales. That is, the ability for you to sell effectively. This is really powerful. B2B sales, the ability for you to actually sell directly to your customers using our technology, or B2C sales. In fact, this weekend, we processed over 31 million orders for our B2C customers. That's more than 60% growth year over year. So we're seeing a huge digital transformation. We're seeing the pandemic accelerate the digital world, and especially the digital world with customers, whether it's B2B or B2C. Slack is going to be literally the icing on the cake, making everything better.
There's another metaphor, Marc. You said Stewart will be staying at Slack. How much autonomy will he have, and will he be reporting directly to you?
Stewart is going to be staying at Slack. The exact organizational model, that's really going to be up to Brett Taylor, who's driving the whole vision and transformation for Salesforce. He's our chief operating officer. I think you know him very well. Of course, we acquired his company several years ago, Quip, and of course, he's the former CTO at Facebook. Tremendous executive.
So, talk to us about Slack's personality. It is a very popular user interface. How will the Slack experience change under Salesforce?
Well, I think the Slack experience is going to be really augmented by the data, the workflow, the collaboration that you're already using. Like I said, I use Salesforce every day to do my sales, to do my service, to do marketing, do my analytics with Tableau. It's integrated with all of my enterprise systems. Now all of that is appearing right inside of Slack. I mean, when I saw the original demos and prototypes of what our two products look like together, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so much more productive. I can work from anywhere. And I'm deeply connected into all of my customer experiences. They have a new product called called Slack Connect, Salesforce Slack Connect. You're integrated intimately with your customers during this. So I'm thrilled. And Emily, I'm so happy to be able to tell you this today because I've just been so excited since I first heard the potential to get something like this done.
Now, you did try to build Slack from within with Chatter. It didn't necessarily take off in the same way. What do you think about your desire and continuing desire to do these deals? What does that say about Salesforce's ability to innovate, buy versus build?
Well, you have such a good memory, Emily. That's over a decade ago. We had this vision of the social enterprise, and we had our Dreamforces. By the way, Dreamforce is tomorrow, so I hope you'll tune in. But we had a whole Dreamforces built around the social enterprise. This idea, exactly as I just articulated: collaborative user interfaces, collaborative applications, collaborative ecosystems built on top of these huge customer data lakes. And this idea that this was possible, this was always our dream. We built Chatter, but that was way before there was ever Slack. Now Slack has kind of come along. It's that vision of collaboration, but they added things that we could have never imagined, especially with how they've integrated into everything like Zoom. And so you're able to have these great new productivity environments. And I think customers are going to just love this.